Ken Hrbek on the KQ Morning Show, sponsored exclusively by Minnesota's Killebrew, old-fashioned root beer and cream soda with that Hall of Fame taste. Killebrew, it's how memories are created and legends are made. Mr. Hrbek, how are you?
It was a fun day at the old ball yard yesterday. It was nice. It was different. But I think the people did a good job of kind of somewhat social distancing a little bit. But I think they were excited to be back at the ballpark and be able to get out and do something. They seemed giddy.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it. You've been kind of hunkered down for about 13, 14 months, whatever it's been, and now you get to go to the ballpark. It had to be a great feeling.
It helped a little bit, I think, that the team got 10 runs. That always helps when your team wins 10-2. It makes people a little more excited. But there was different pods of people in the crowd that could hear chanting and hollering and screaming, which was kind of cool to see. You know, the weather didn't seem to bother anybody.
Do you know, Kent, who is the TC Bear? Who is underneath the bear?
Oh, there's somebody underneath there?
Oh, no! I ruined it. No, it was so much fun. Yeah, I was extra giddy.
You must have set up by TC because TC wasn't out running around at all. He was confined to the Twins deck or something like that, where that's where he spent the whole game.
It was a blast.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer that TC can't get out and run around. He's been a great thing for the Twins organization, and a lot of people think it's kind of crazy or stupid or whatever, but I think he's done a great job, and he works his butt off out there at the ballpark, making kids happy and, well, making adults happy, too. So did you go with your family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend?
No,
What'd you do?
Every year, my really good friends from high school, we go to the opener together. So.
Oh, that's kind of a cool tradition. And how many years have you been doing that? One?
No. I think it's 7.
Oh, no kidding. That's pretty cool.
On, I guess it would have been July 6th, 1984, I was at the ballpark, section 225 at the old Metrodome, and Ken Hrbek comes to the plate the night before I get married, and, of course, hits a, believe, 467-foot home run. That number sound right to you, Kent?
Wow. By the way, that really wasn't for you, if you're trying to think that was for you.
Well, I just assumed that it was, but... Oh, man, did you crush it. That's where you went
for your groom's dinner? You took the guys to a ball game?
Took the guys to a ball game. Had a few cocktails and watched you crush a ball into the right field stands. It was phenomenal.
And you were kind enough to buy him a second deck seat out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, actually, to tell you the truth, I loved sitting up there because you could see the whole ballpark. I loved sitting up there. Yeah,
a lot of people like sitting up high so you can see what's going on, that's for sure.
I love it. We learned 2 things today, ladies and gentlemen. The Candace had a good time, and that home run was not for me at my bachelor party. So you learned that. I remember.
At least we're learning something this morning.
Many, many years ago, I'm sitting up in Orlando at Tinker Field, sitting there with Howard Fox, and this pitcher on the mound, his name was Jose something, but I can't remember. But this kid could throw over 100 miles an hour, and Howard was telling me, oh, this guy's, what a hell of a career this kid's going to have, and oh my God, what a great pitcher. Next pitch, Hrbek hit one of his pitches into the Tangerine Bowl of the right field wall. And Howard turns to me and goes, well, he's got a little work to do. You remember that home run?
Yeah, I hit one up into the Tangerine Bowl. I remember I hit one. That was a good one. That was one of probably my all-time home runs I've ever hit, but it was during spring training, so it really didn't matter. But,
it mattered to me. I loved it.
I'm seeing a theme here. Every time you go to the ballpark, I hit a home run. You should have showed up more often.
Yeah, like you didn't hit enough home runs. Listen to you. Loved watching you play baseball. Kent, I love having you on, man, all these years now. I cannot believe 35 years, and it's great having you on. Thanks for not hitting that home run for me. I really appreciate it. All these years I assumed it was for me, but don't worry about my feeling.
All right, maybe you can come up with another story next week, and we'll see if I remember that one.
Oh, I got a lot of stories about you, Pally. There's no doubt about that. We'll talk to you next week, Ken. Thank you.
All right, guys. Take care.
Ken Hrbek on the KQ Morning Show, sponsored exclusively by Minnesota's Killebrew old-fashioned root beer and cream soda with that Hall of Fame taste. Killebrew, it's how memories are created and legends are made. At the ballpark up north fishing or safe at home, enjoy Killebrew old-fashioned root beer and cream soda, gluten and caffeine free with that Hall of Fame taste. I tell you, man, Ken Hrbek has no bigger fan than me, man.
In the history of Minnesota baseball, there's one name that means legend: Killebrew. So when you gather together this summer, there's only one old-fashioned root beer that delivers that Hall of Fame taste to thirsty fans everywhere. That's Killebrew. Your whole family will love Minnesota-made Killebrew old-fashioned root beer and cream soda. Pick up a cold, frothy Killebrew root beer at Target Field. Then cheer on the fun. Killebrew root beer. It's how memories are created and legends are made.